Good morning, guys. Hey, how are y'all? Welcome to a Maker Studio. My name is Kim, and I am taking over the Maker Studio Facebook and video today. And I normally blog over at Salvaged Living, where I do easy DIY for a life and home redeemed. And I am super excited about today because it's Dollar Tree week. And you guys, this is kind of like where I thrive. I love a good Dollar Tree product makeover project, and today's going to be kind of a fun one. I've kind of wanted to do this for a while, and so I'm excited to see how it turns out. We're going to have a little bit different, usually, we do a giveaway with a stencil, but today somebody's going to get to win a Dollar Tree gift card for $150, and that's amazing. So what you're going to want to do is, of course, always invite your friends, tell somebody about it. I would love to hear what your favorite Dollar Tree makeovers are, but you're going to just click the link that's provided to vote on your favorite Dollar Tree project of the week, because the other girls and I are all going to bring something to the table, and you guys need to watch all week to see all 5 of the different projects that we make from Dollar Tree items, and then you're going to want to vote on your favorite. And so one of you guys is going to win a $150 Dollar Tree gift card, and then one of us is going to win a Dollar Tree gift card too, based on your votes. So obviously, I hope you vote for me, but I really just want you to vote for the one that you like the most. So Oliver, was going to help, but maybe he's not that excited about it. Anyway, so I'm going to show you the items that I'm going to use today for my Dollar Tree makeover, and y'all might think I'm a little crazy, but we're using a plastic Dollar Tree shower curtain. I'm actually going to use a see-through one, a clear one, but they have different ones. I grabbed a few different ones because I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do. So they have these clear ones. They have this is a white one. I also grabbed a gray one because, decisions. And I decided to use the clear one. You could use any of these for this project, depending on your color scheme and what kind of feel you're going for. But for $1, I figured, I could grab a couple of them. Next, I'm going to use Slow as Molasses Chalk Art. Okay, this is a really yummy, rich brown color, and I love brown. I love it for fall, and I love it for the project I'm about to make. And I'm using a squeegee. Obviously, if you have not got the squeegees from Maker Studio, they have a squeegee set that I highly recommend. It's got these 2 squeegees plus a little pencil squeegee in it. It's amazing. And then, you guys, I love this stencil. It's literally my favorite one so far. Yeah, this is it. It's called Floral Damask, and I think it's so stinking gorgeous. I don't even know what to do with myself. So I love this. We're going to use this today. I can think of 5 million ways to use this stencil. So yeah, it's just fabulous. Anyway, I'm going to show you what we're going to do here. Don't forget, if you're just hopping on, invite somebody. Tell a friend about this. And you are going to have a chance to win a $150 Dollar Tree gift card, so you can do all kinds of amazing crafts. But I'm going to flip the camera down so you can see what I'm doing up close, and let's get started. Yay! All right, so guys, what we're going to make with our Dollar Tree shower curtain liner is a table runner. Okay, I think this is going to be really a beautiful way to put a subtle pattern on your table, especially for the fall holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, something like that. So let's get started. I told you we're going to use this beautiful Floral Damask stencil, and I seriously think this is going to be a stunning, stunner. All right. So what you're going to want to do, I forgot to tell you we're going to use as well, is some painter's tape. Because this is kind of a flimsy little liner, I want to be able to make sure that I can, kind of push on the stencil to get the paint through it. So I'm just going to tape this down to my table, just right on the edge, just to hold it in place while I do my stenciling work. You're going to want to do that. Now, I recommend that you just cut this to the size that you want. If you have a small little breakfast table, you can make it short. If you want to make it longer, you know, just make it fit your needs. It's completely why I love DIY. Well, there we go. Hold it. So, get this laid out flat. Perfect. There we go. I want to put this down the center of this table. Actually, this is my dining room table. So I'm going to make it long enough to fit this entire table. I cut it a little, I cut this shower curtain a little bit wider than the stencil. So when I put that stencil down, you can see there's a little bit of room. If you want to do that so you can put your stencil on it and then go back and cut the edges, you could do that. You could even go back and paint the edges a more broad color. You could add ribbon to the edge if you wanted to. There's a lot of different options for you to do. So I'm gonna just get started with the stencil part. Obviously, these mesh stencils are amazing. They're repositionable. If you have not used them before, I'm going to tell you a little bit about them. And if you have, just forgive me and pretend I'm telling you something you don't know. These are mesh stencils. They're a lot like silk screening. My table is acting crazy, so we're going to fix it. Okay. They're like silk screening. It's a very fine mesh that's inside this stencil, and so you end up getting just a really beautiful, nice, crisp, clean stencil that you don't typically get with a traditional stencil. So I'm going to make sure it's, you know, pressed down really good. They're adhesive on the back. They're self-adhesive. I want it just to have a nice, crisp, clean attachment to the back of this shower curtain liner. Next, I'm using this Slow as Molasses. Like I said, it's a really rich brown. I love transferware, especially brown transferware. I collect it, and so I'm thinking this is going to be a beautiful centerpiece to go with my brown transferware. When you're using this chalk art, a little bit goes a long way, you guys. So you're just going to take it and smear it over the stencil with a little bit of pressure so that you get the paint through the, oops, I just got it all over me, through the stencil to get those nice, crisp, clean lines that we're talking about. Just gonna make sure I get to the edge. This chalk art paint dries pretty quick, so you have some choices when you do a large stencil like this, because it's going to take you a second to get all the way through it. So you're probably going to want to wash the stencil in between uses. We're going to move it down this centerpiece. But if you have a smaller stencil, or if you're able to work quickly, sometimes you can pick the stencil up and move it without washing it and get 1 or 2 transfers out of it. But you want to make sure you wash your stencil, because you don't want to let the paint dry permanently in there and kind of ruin your stencil. The good thing about the chalk art is it is washable. So you're not likely going to ruin your stencil with the chalk art. Some of the other paints are a little harder to get out of your stencil if you let it dry on there. So just be mindful of that. Just going up and down, trying to get all the edges. This is just really going to be a project of patience, I guess, more than anything, because it's going to take a couple passes. It's going to take some time to dry. But it's going to be worth it, especially when you look at the fact that this beautiful tablecloth you could make over and over. You can make a ton of different styles, because honestly, I just cut a strip from that shower curtain. So you could make probably 5 or 6 table runners out of one shower curtain. So that's kind of a long way for your dollar to go. This is amazing. I love it. How stunning is this, you guys? Oh, my dog, see, he even thinks it's amazing. So what you're gonna do is, you really want this to dry. Oliver, hush. You're gonna want this to dry probably before you hush. What you barking at? Okay, I'm just gonna get it a little bit dry, and for the sake of, I just don't want to mess it up, because you're gonna overlap the stencil. This is a heat gun, and I don't want to get it too much on there because I don't want it to melt the shower curtain. Okay, so what you can kind of see when the paint starts to dry, it changes colors a little bit. So what you're going to want to do is find the overlap of this stencil, and that is probably going to be the trickiest part, but you can totally do it. And remember, we have a repositionable, I can't speak, stencil. So once you find the overlap and you get it pretty good, there we go. Just push it down, and then let's go ahead and get this back down on here. Get that nice crisp lines. Can't wait to show this to you. It's gonna be so beautiful styled. I really just know it's gonna be fabulous. I can't wait. And if you get this, look, if you get some on the outside right now, I don't have a paper towel. While it's still wet, you can just wipe it off, okay? There we go. All right, so let's see if I can get some more. I'm not going to go over the part that's already done very much. I'm just going to go over the edge to get it where it's where the old stencil and the new stenciling meets. I'm not going to redo the part that's already done very much. Just want to do that line to make this seamless looking. Okay. So I had some other ideas for this stencil that I was gonna do, and then I decided to do this whole shower curtain idea. But the Dollar Tree has, you know, glass plates that are clear. This would be a beautiful stencil to make some beautiful glass plates. You could use the ceramic paint for that. And that would be just a really beautiful way to use this stencil specifically with some Dollar Tree stuff. Of course, they always have different picture frames and things like that. This would make a beautiful picture frame. All right. I'm kind of making a mess today. Beautiful. Seamless. Look how stunning this is, you guys. I love, love, love it. So I'm gonna need to clean that off. What I wanna show you, and I'm gonna finish doing this and I'll take some pictures when I'm done to display on the site. But what is really gonna be pretty is that you can put this down on your table with the other side, opposite side up, and it's gonna just look like a beautiful stenciling like on your table and have this really pretty finish. I would say that when you're done, you could also do a matte finish on this if you wanted to. I haven't done that yet, but you could paint the matte sealer on it to just seal this more and have it as a really beautiful table runner, like I said. You could do this on fabric as well. So if you didn't want to use a Dollar Tree product and you wanted to use like a drop cloth or some type of fabric to make a table runner out of this, that would be beautiful as well. There's seriously so many options with this Floral Damask Stencil, but it's stunning. The details are beautiful, and I just hope this was a fun idea for you guys. You're gonna see it all styled up, you know, shortly, but make sure you click the link to vote. Like I said, for your favorite project from Dollar Tree this week, and a lucky winner is going to win $150. So I hope that's you. And if you have any questions about the products, don't forget to ask in the comments. And again, this was Kim from Salvaged Living. And thanks for hanging out with me today, guys. We'll see you soon.